Welcome back. That was the first pour, the first sip on this channel. This is indeed the first Brewed Dialog. I try to make these sound very natural, so I don't like to record more than once. I like it to have a very sitting in my garage aesthetic. So today we are going to be reviewing a tea, specifically a Earl Grey hibiscus elderberry blend that I get from a local shop here in Jackson, Mississippi. They are called The Herbal Blessing. I'm really spontaneous when I do things, so I was just out driving one day and said, "Holy smokes, there's a tea shop." So I stopped driving and went into the tea shop. No pun intended. I mean, the overall aesthetic was really cool. I walk in, really hippie guy. You know, it's like one of those medicinal places. Really cool. I like the vibe. They had a blood cleanser. He gave me a free PDF on like a bunch of different books for like herbal blessings and whatnot. That's the name of the place. The place is called Herbal Blessings. Oh my gosh, I'm rambling. But yeah, so this tea blend, I drink this in the morning primarily. There's no caffeine, but God, does it give me like a not a sugar rush, but like a really good kick. I also use natural honey with it. Just for clarity, it's Earl Grey, hibiscus, and elderberry. So I don't necessarily like elderberry. It was really popular in the pandemic. A lot of people were like claiming it was like a super supplement, but I mean it's pretty good. Uh, it's very good for your immune system. It just tastes funny to me. I don't like the texture. Not the texture, the taste. I don't really care for the taste. But mixing it with the blend, I would rate this tea. It's a 7 out of 10. Honestly, it's one of my go tos early in the morning. If I'm not feeling coffee, if I feel like I'm just gonna definitely drink like 3 monsters or 2 ryes or one really big C4 and just almost blow my heart to pieces with caffeine, then I'll just take this tea. Also, to all the nurses or anybody in the medical field who listens, like, oh, you shouldn't drink energy drinks. Okay, I shouldn't be waking up every day. I can't control that. But on that note, I'm going to rate this tea on a scale of CELLO. On a scale of CELO, I'm going to give it a CEL. That's just because on the first episode, if I came right out the door and rated something with a 5 star, oh my god, it's the greatest thing ever. You have no idea how good Tim Duncan. Bro, I'm hurting right now. The Celtics were supposed to win today. It's June 14th. The Celtics were supposed to win, but oh my gosh, I'm rating it a CEL out of CELO. It's a really good tea. If I ever meet you in person, just ask me for it. I'll try to keep some in my vacation bag because it's just a really good way to start the morning. But on that note, since this is the first episode, I'm going to segue into the second half, but not before we get a word from our sponsor. Have you ever wanted to wear clothes that make you feel like royalty? Well, that's exactly what today's sponsor does. Downdata Apparel not only gives back to the community, but overall has a major focus towards making anybody feel like they can be royalty or somebody important in any regard or fashion in life. When it comes to their overall appearance, use code Brewed Dialog for 15% off your first purchase. All right, so with that being said, this is the second half of the show. Uh, like I said, episode one, I got mad anxiety doing this. As we watch this channel grow, as we watch this page grow, it's definitely going to get more polished. But I say that to say this. For the second half, I really wanted to address something that has been attacking my mind mentally. There has been a reason that I have not been posting as often, and it's mental health. With this being men's mental health for the month of June, I really wanted to take a couple of minutes and just talk about, drive and power and what's pushing people, like, so essentially a homie check-in. Gang, how are you doing? That's what I asked at least 15 to 20 of my male friends with this being men's mental health month. And some of these responses are pretty funny. But before we go, I do enjoy saying a word that I cannot say because this is a PG channel. But it is a common term that I use in my African American vehicular vocabulary that some people may view as derogatory. So, since I can't say this term that I use in my African American vehicular vocabulary, I'm going to substitute it for the word coffee grind. Coffee grind, please. I'm pretty sure you know what word I'm trying to use. So from here forward, we're going to refer to those people who fit within the realm of the word that I can't use due to my African American vehicular vocabulary as coffee grinds. So this coffee grind proceeded to tell me, I think overall my mental health is good. I feel like there's some stuff I could work on, but overall, life's been made healthy as I can be. I also noticed myself that my mental health is closely related to my emotional health. I responded with that is a great thing. I'm very, very charged to hear that for the first response I got was great. So shout out to that guy. I'm proud of you. Keep going. You're a great guy. I know you off, like I know you personally. You could work on your jumper a little bit, but it's okay. The next one that I got was from a someone who's not a man. Crap, can I say that? Crap, can I say there are only two? Yeah. There are only two genders, man and woman. Well, this one's well, this was clearly not a man, but she was like, I think that's the case for everyone. I got one guy who texted me and he just sent me a picture of Darth Vader just like standing and staring at the sun and flames. I'm really worried about him. I, if I don't know if you're a nerd or if you just keep up, but if any guy tells you that they're in like their Anakin phase or that they're having like a Darth Vader moment, check on them. They are prepared to murder people and get whatever they want to get. So, gang, I really hope you seek out psychiatrists. I'm not a licensed psychiatrist. I just say random things in front of a microphone and get people to really listen to me. Um, I had this one guy. He's a great person. He gets really, really, really detailed in all of his answers. So he said, there was a point in my life where I thought my mental health was good, but I realized that there were still some areas of improvement I need to work on, such as setting boundaries, and in 6 months he'll be in a better place. This guy talks a lot of cap constantly, so I really don't believe he's going to do it, but this is coming from me, the guy who lied to all of you and said, I'm going to have episode 1 in April. It's June. Uh, this one's one of my favorite responses. This guy said, I'm numb and that's why I'm always good. I don't necessarily agree with having a numbness towards women, or yeah, towards women. But if that's what's helping him, get throughout the day, that's the point of the homie check in. Gang, if you're numb, I just recommend that you probably open your heart back up, man. Pivot your foot and get readjusted with the Almighty, and I think he'll help you out. So this is one of the good ones. This is from a guy who I was speaking is very thorough in all his things. He says, I go through peaks and valleys every year. Right now, I'm in a valley, and he's been in one for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I'm also working nights too, so that surely has something to do with it. He's not sad about anything in particular, but he just doesn't wake up with any motivation, and he has very low energy. But that's depression for you. And honestly, as a man, as a black man, as a man in general, I just think we carry a lot in life. There's really no checkpoint where you can break down and say, hey, I'm not okay, or this is a little too hard, because it's like, come on, man, you're a man, you're supposed to be solid. So I do encourage people to actually start. I don't know, like maybe I could franchise a crying room, just like a room where men can go cry bugs, like Starbucks, and I can sell them coffee. It's a coffee Starbucks where men can cry. Oh my gosh. That's not my worst idea. It's not a good one. I don't see it financially taking off. I mean, it sounds like a really bad startup, a parody at most. But no, that's a good idea. Mark that down. He continues with, yeah, dude, everyone is susceptible to depression and or anxiety. I was in denial for a long time as a teenager. Then it all came back like a ton of bricks, and it's kind of been like this ever since. Yeah, I know that people are depressed but don't have much anxiety, and I know people who deal with anxiety who aren't depressed. So then, the conversation just kind of goes on a little bit longer. where he talks about speaking therapy and antidepressants. And then I chimed in and was like, yo, vulnerable moment here. Antidepressants actually suck. I was on a trial run for them when I was talking to my doctor. And I don't care for them. I pivoted to a different medicine because the one that I had was incredibly too high for like my body. It made me feel like I was a robot. The best way I could summarize it, it felt like I was sitting outside my body, just watching my body. It was a terrible feeling. So, yeah. So I had a lot of people agree with me for that one. Had a few other people. Now this is where the stupid answers came in. Like I'm going to kill myself. Wait, can I say kill myself? No, stop saying kill myself. Unalive. He said he's gonna unalive himself. Man, I hope this doesn't get flagged. Coffee grinds. Yeah. The other one was like, love is impossible. I got one that says, there's no point in trying to find a mate. All these women suck. Okay. That's a controversial topic. Women don't want nothing but money, fame, and power. I mean, well, brother, you don't. Man, it sucks. I know who's saying this. I just get you don't have none of those to begin with. You ain't got the fame or the power, dog. You got a little bit of money, but I'm gonna let you slide because it's anonymous. Um, um, I had one that was like, I was talking to this girl and I thought that it was really going to go somewhere, but it seems that she was just interested in what I could bring to the table. And then it kind of spirals off into a tangent on what a man should pay for and what he shouldn't. Call me traditional and old fashioned. I feel that if we're out to eat or anything along that way, I'm supposed to pay. But I don't know. This new generation of guys is a little they're a little more fierce than me. Like I'm a little docile. I feel like, like if we're out, I should pay for it, you know? But some guys feel otherwise. Uh some people feel otherwise. So let me let me hear how y'all feel, honestly. In the comment section, please drop down and tell me, how do you feel about men's mental health? Do you think any of these things that people have said are impactful? How do you think this adds to your own mental health? And mental health is really cool when you think about it. It's not just, a button down straight jacket with injections twice a day, but you're drawing the blueprints to escape the sugar mines. It's important. And thank you for everybody who participated and was able to tell me exactly how your mental health's going. I will once again keep this anonymous and confidential, but I do appreciate you speaking up. I love you. We're bros. We're homies. Men's Mental Health Month. I'm glad this is something that just kind of surfaced just a bit, because we carry a large burden. We carry a lot of our emotions on our shoulders, on our sleeves, on our backs. And it's very rare places where we can just break down. So if I can use my platform to help anybody just to feel comfortable with themselves. But that's it. Like I said in the first episode, trying to keep these 15 minutes. So we are at the 14-minute mark. Closing comments, concerns, queries, questions. If you like the show, thumbs it up, share it with people. Trying to be more consistent. I'm in a transitionary period with my career. Really trying to figure out what I want to do, where I want to go. I would love to become an expat. I might talk about that on the next episode, becoming an expat, looking up and sharing with y'all the overall process of how that's done. I don't think it's bad. It's just inflation is so bad here in America, man. Oh my god, it's terrible. Bread's like $5. I'll make chicken. No, before I go, and you can clip this one. I was in McDonald's. I know it's gross. You shouldn't eat it. Shut up. I was in McDonald's. Why on God's green earth is a McChicken $2.99 before tax? This is a synthetic chicken patty. It's not even real chicken. $2.99. Insane. Inflation is awful. You know what? Next episode may be about inflation. Nah, I'm not one of those podcasts. I don't care what you do with your money. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for sticking around. Genuinely appreciative of everybody and everything. I know it's been a rough start getting it going, but bear with me. Like I said, in a transitionary period in life, trying to pivot my footing and realign things. And stick around for the next episode. I will be posting the winner of the 50 follower gift card at the end of this video. So stick around to see if it's you.
Of Barbie.